May intake. Edinburgh Napier University's programs are 100% online, 100% flexible, and 100% relevant. Online programs include the MBA with over 12 streams and a range of specialist Master of Science and bachelor degree programs. Visit www.seidegrees.com to make a reservation. That's www.seidegrees.com.
This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
Good evening. My name is Amrita Koshal, and this is your evening newscast. The Guyana Agricultural and General Workers Union, along with the National Mine Workers Union of Guyana, on Monday united in condemning the alleged mistreatment of Guyanese working on board ExxonMobil's FPSO vessel operating offshore Guyana. The two unions made their comments via statements they sent out following the publication of a Kaieteur News article on Sunday last. The unions have also agreed that an investigation must be done into the allegations made by local employees. Kaieteur News reported that locals are complaining of being fed leftovers and mistreated on the oil ship. These workers were reportedly recruited to work for the American oil giant ExxonMobil by a company called Newcast Guyana and included laundry staff, cleaners, and dishwashers, and even porters who offload containers with supplies for the vessel. According to Gawo, it quote-unquote, was disturbed to learn of how Guyanese nationals were being treated. The workers' experiences, which were captured by the media, mirror much of what our union has heard firsthand from employees working offshore in other enterprises. Additionally, it was pointed out that some workers had reported to us that they could only eat after their foreign colleagues had completed their meals and received whatever was available. Guyanese workers have been telling us too that foreigners were being allowed to eat their meals prior to emergency drills, whereas locals were not afforded similar opportunities, the union continued. Moving on Tuesday, during his contribution to the debates on Budget 2022, Agriculture Minister Zulfikar Mustafa disclosed that the APNU-AFC regime track record shows contempt for the Guyanese people, as it wasted over $720 million to procure fire pumps for drainage works. Kaieteur News subsequently found out that the contract in question was awarded to Apollo International Limited by the National Drainage and Irrigation Authority back in June 2018. The contract details states that the company, which is registered in India, was required to ensure the design, supply, installation, and commissioning of 9 fixed pumps and 3 mobile high-capacity drainage pumps, along with associated structures and equipment. During the commissioning stage of the pumps, investigating officials attached to the ministry were keen to note that all sorts of mechanical issues were observed from December 30th, 2020 to present. The NDIA landed on the horrifying discovery that the equipment supplied was actually rated for fire pump application, and worse yet, they were all undersized. Minister Mustafa has since disclosed that the government will ensure measures are taken to protect the interest of the state, as he said the Attorney General's chambers is now handling the matter. Meanwhile, an Indian firm which had formally submitted the highest bid to construct the Ogle to Eccles bypass road has secured the contract. And although the contractors had agreed to reduce the bid, the final price tag is still higher than the engineer's estimate. Ashoka Buildcon Limited is one of the first Indian infrastructure companies to be certified for integrated management systems, encompassing ISO certification for quality, occupational health and safety and environment. At an event earlier this year, Minister of Public Works, Juan Edgehill, stated that the contract for this project is expected to be signed during the first quarter of 2022 and that works will begin to advance. During the reading of the 2022 national budget last Wednesday, Dr. Ashni Singh disclosed that the government has allocated a sum of $2.3 billion for the East Bank to East Coast Demerara Road linkage between Ogle and Eccles. Moving on, police in Regional Division Number 7 are reporting that a 2-month-old baby boy has died unnaturally on the 31st of January 2022, about 17 hours in the vicinity of Boa Falls, Middle Mazaruni River, while in the care of his mother, who hails from Diamond on the east bank of Demerara, but she operates a land dredge at Simang Bag Dam. 23-year-old Vicasey Gilmore told police that she left Tamaki Landing with the child in good health on the 4th of January. However, on the 29th of January, she went to Simang to tend to her dredge, and the next day while bathing the child, she observed a whitish substance oozing from his ear. The following day, she took the child to Isano Health Post, but upon arrival, it was closed. Contact was then made with the chief health worker, Ridley Joseph, who advised that the child be taken to Bartica Hospital the following day. His mother, however, went away to Simang Landing, and while on the way, she said the child became motionless. Gilmore is currently awaiting transportation to Bartica so that a post-mortem examination can be conducted. Moving on, as part of a collaborative effort to provide relief to communities such as Kwakwani, where the devastating effects of the May-June 2021 flood took its toll, the Canadian High Commission, along with UNICEF and the Civil Defense Commission, on Tuesday donated water tanks and other emergency flood relief resources to residents of the area. Persons also received hampers including rain boots, collapsible water containers, mosquito nets, face masks, and thermometers, as they are still recovering from the consistent rainfall and unprecedented flood levels of last year. Time check for you, 19 hours 9. We will return with more news for you shortly after the break.
Diana, join me on the Glenn Lal Show every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7:20 p.m. and a rebroadcast at 11 a.m. The Glenn Lal Show, only on Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 and 99.5 FM.
And now back with more news in detail. Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs, Anil Nanlal, announced via a Facebook post that the University of Guyana commenced registration for its newly launched Certificate in Advocacy and Evidence for Summary Court Prosecutors. The new course is the product of a joint initiative between the Attorney General's Chambers, the Ministry of Legal Affairs, the Government of Guyana, and the University of Guyana. The initiative is being funded by the Inter-American Development Bank as part of the Support for the Criminal Justice System program. It was also stated that 35 persons will be granted scholarships to undertake this training. The application process closes on the February 24th, 2022, and the course is scheduled to commence on March 7th, 2022. And finally, we tell you that a high-speed police chase on today ended in tragedy after a multi-vehicle smash-up claimed the lives of a 21-year-old man and his girlfriend who were on their way to celebrate his mother's birthday. The collision reportedly occurred sometime around 11 hours at the Mahaika Bridge, located on the east coast of Demerara. Those killed have been identified as the driver of the Toyota Allian, Christopher Bagwandat of Monrepo, and his 16-year-old girlfriend, Sharita Pusod of Bath Settlement, West Coast Berbice. She was sitting in the front passenger seat. According to reports, Bagwandat had left his Monrepo home earlier that morning in his Toyota Allian to pick up his girlfriend for his mother's birthday celebration. East Coast Police Commander Kali Parashram said that ranks from the Region 5 district were conducting a traffic operation in Maikoni and had stopped Bagwandat's car at their roadblock along the New Zealand public road. Bagwandat had pulled over his car to the side of the road, but as one of the ranks approached, he suddenly drove off. Surveillance camera from a nearby business place recorded the exact moment when the vehicles collided. As it relates to what caused the now-dead Bagwandat to drive away from the cops, investigators may never be able to find out why, because nothing illegal was found in his car. Time check for you, 19 hours 12. My name is Amrita Koshal, and this was your evening newscast.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio's newscasts. Streamed live on 6 different mediums, reaching